So when we go through the background, how the devices are regulated, earlier they were regulated as drugs. From 2017, we have separated the rules for devices. Now they are called the medical devices rules. They have come into effect since 1/1/2018. But from October 2023, we have started regulating the entire gamut of the medical devices. Earlier, only some medical devices were regulated. And in the scheme of regulation, there are classification, class A, B, C, D. And class A, B are regulated by the states. Class C and D are regulated by the central government. That is the CDSCO. I belong to the CDSCO. Class C and D belong to the moderate to high risk medical devices. Class A, B to low to medium risk. So the classification is based on risk. The higher the risk, the more the scrutiny. So India, currently we manufacture only the medical disposables, and many of the high-tech medical devices or equipment, electronics, etc., they are imported from other countries. But the pace is picking up. So like in drugs, so we are only manufacturer of the generic medical products, not the innovator. So because especially in the case of SAMD, there's a lot of potential, as we have a huge pool of engineers and also large disease burden. We have large patient data, and we have expert medical doctors. So the entire ecosystem is there, but someone has to come and then put everyone together to create these SIMDs, use of artificial intelligence in medical device. And in the next 30 years, as per KPMG, so we are going to become the 7th largest market as far as the medical devices are concerned. So coming to regulatory considerations. So once someone decides to manufacture or develop a medical device, there are we can categorize them into categories. One is one device which has a predicate, and one which is a new medical device. In case of a predicate device, that means it is already having a similar product in the market which is comparable to the existing product. In such case, not much clinical data is required. But in case of a new medical device, so we need clinical data which need to be validated by way of clinical investigation from the clinical studies. So the most important, these are the regulatory considerations. One is the intended use. So every medical device, the most important is you have to describe what is the intended use. And once the intended use is described, so the device has to comply, or device has to say work within the specifications provided in the intended use. And especially in AI, this classification becomes very important, because the intended use, it is not so hardline, so it overlaps upon many other categories. And the second consideration is validation and verification. So a lot of clinical data is required, and based on which the SAMD is developed. And after the development, there should be reference data set based on which the verification has to be carried out for safety and effectiveness for deployment in the market or for licensing. The safety parameter is one which is carried out throughout the life cycle. And what is the impact of SAMD on the patient safety? And the patient safety monitoring starts from the development stage till the time it is placed in the market, and post-marketing also. So wherever concerns or issues regarding the safety arise, so those have to be analyzed, and corrective action should be taken so that the device operates within the safe zone. So coming to the various categories of medical devices, we see there are a lot of apps that are also we found on the mobiles, whether they can be treated as a medical device or not. So as I said earlier, if they fall under the definition of a medical device, whether it is used for prevention, whether it is used for diagnosis, for monitoring, or for treatment, so then we can decide whether it is a device or not. If any software which is used by the physician only to assist him in such cases, it is doing neither of the functions that I have stated. That is, either it is diagnosing, neither it is treating, neither it is monitoring. It is only the generating data which is used by the physician for treatment purpose or in any other means. In such cases, so those such devices are not regulated in India.